What's this? Cabbage? What's cabbage doing in Rick's kitchen? Well, I'll tell you what it's doing here. A friend of mine, who is another excellent gardener, he has been harvesting, and he had a few cabbages that didn't look too good, so I figured he'd give them to me. Now, obviously, ducks love to eat cabbage, so I gave them the outer green leaves. But what can I do with cabbage that isn't really perfect, but I don't want to throw it away? Well, here it is. See that? What is this? It's chopped up cabbage with water and salt. And it's sitting on the kitchen counter. And it will be sitting here for a week or two. Am I making compost? Nope. I'm making one of the traditional fermented foods. Now, I eat meat. But I have friends that they like to come over sometimes. They'll bring me some delicious meats or other foods to cook. And they always want to have some kind of a salad. Everybody wants to have a salad. Me, I tell them, hey, if you're going to eat a salad, I want to see you eat the salad with nothing on it. No oil, no dairy, nothing. And especially nothing that came out of a bottle that has a list of ingredients that reads like a novel. So, if you're going to eat vegetables, eat the real vegetables. But, we humans are not really that good at eating vegetables. Because if we do eat vegetables, they're not going to agree with us. And that's why people often put stuff on their salad. They always have to put salad dressing. But there is a way to eat a salad without a dressing. Now, I know a lot of times people put vinegar or other things on their salad to make it edible. But good old sauerkraut can be used in addition to meats. Now, I'm always talking about my infamous heart attack burger. Well, sometimes what I like to do is add some plant material to my heart attack burger so that my friends are more likely to eat it. Now, you're not going to find ketchup in my kitchen. Very occasionally you might find mustard, but I don't have any now. It's just not something I like. I like my burgers with nothing but meat and maybe a couple of heart attack buns made from pork rinds and eggs. And of course cheese on the burger and maybe some bacon. But for people that want plant material, this is a great way. And cabbage, even if you buy it from the store, is pretty cheap. In fact, a lot of times when I hit the Aldi dumpster looking for duck food, I'll find cabbage that's somewhat imperfect that got thrown away. And I'll use it to make sauerkraut. Now, all I do is take a knife and cut up this cabbage. Now, you want to core out the center stem because you're not going to use that. And you're going to slice this up. Now, you could use a food processor, you could use a slicer or whatever. And then you just get a bowl, or what I use a pot. You shred up all this stuff, throw it in here, and then you're going to add salt to it. Now, how much salt do you add? Well, there's a couple of formulas. You can weigh your cabbage and do it that way. But what I do, I just dump some salt in there and then massage it around, and I'll take a taste of it. And what it comes down to is you can't really put too much salt. I mean, it's going to ferment anyway. But it's just that how salty do you want your sauerkraut? If you want your sauerkraut extremely salty, that's fine. But most people, they like it only mildly salty. So after you've chopped up your sauerkraut, put some salt in there, then you have to go with your hand and give it a good, you're going to get a good grip, a workout. Maybe that's one of the reasons why us mechanics and people that do work with their hands tend to have strong hands. And you can sit there and watch your favorite YouTube video or talk on the phone with friends or even do work if you're going to be talking to somebody. As long as you have to use your hands, you're not going to be able to do it. And then you just keep squeezing and squeezing until your sauerkraut is thoroughly mixed. Well, your cabbage is thoroughly mixed. Then you want to get some jars. Now, I like to use these ball jars. They're very handy. They have different styles. This style has sort of a narrower opening, so it may be a little harder to get your sauerkraut out, but they all work. And then, honestly, the drawback is these metal lids can rust. So if you can get plastic lids, that's fine, but I'm more traditional, so we're going to go ahead and use the metal lid. And anyway, here it is. So, again, yeah, it's not carnivore, but, you know, there's a couple of people out there. You got the Dr. Sean O'Mara that talks about fermented foods, and there's a lot of people out there that do talk about fermented foods. So if you're into that, just look it up. It's super easy. Anybody can make it. And again, you just let it ferment. Now every day you'll want to open this up, maybe let the pressure out, because it can build pressure. So, and let it ferment for at least 4 or 5 days. Then check it out. If you want, you can take a taste. If it tastes really nasty, then just throw it outside. But if it has a pleasant sour taste, you know what? It's probably good. And that's what you can do with the cabbage that one of your gardener friends gave you, because there is no way in the world that I'm going to eat this nasty looking thing the way it is.